as entrepreneurs and even just as people going to work, we make all these decisions every single day. And some of them are difficult decisions and they affect other people's lives and, cash flow and all these things. And so I would make all these decisions. My original business, which I still have, was open from 7 in the morning till 9 at night. And I had to have a cell phone with me. And eventually after years, I'd hear that cell phone buzz or ring and I would literally have a mini panic attack. And so my wife, who was at home taking care of 3 kids, who arguably had a tougher job than I did managing kids, I'd come home at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night after 3 Red Bulls, 4 cups of coffee, just doing whatever I could to stay awake and try to stay focused. And my wife was just like, oh my gosh, I went to the store from you and I got 3 of your most favorite things and I want to either get you chicken, your favorite burger, I got sweet potatoes, I got all these things. I'm like, whatever you want to make is fine, right? I'm exhausted, right? And in my head, I'm thinking, why wasn't dinner ready already? I told you when I was coming home. That's just kind of what a jerky thinking I was, doing. And so she'd say, no, I want to make you something special. I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, no, just do it. The 3rd or 4th time, I'd be like, just put the effing food on the effing plate. I just want to eat. I can't make another decision. And she'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to do something nice. And that was her way of trying to tell me that she appreciated me, and I made her feel horrible about that. And I'd say, I don't even know why you didn't even have food ready for me. And I look back at that, and if I saw that scene happening, I'd go over and go, dude, why are you being such an a-hole, right? She's just trying to do something nice for you, but I didn't see that. And I tell that story, I've told that story to literally thousands of people. I can't tell you how many people in the audience will literally shake their head and smile. Some will have tears because they resonate with that story. I've literally had people raise their hand and go, dude, you're in my kitchen, right? And now people are coming up to me in the Clarity Council going, that's me. But at even a higher level, or I would take it out on my kids if they're, I walked in and the house was messy. I'm like, I work all day and why can't you guys pick up after yourself? And so people are now coming to me and saying, thank you for sharing that story. And then they would say, how'd you get better? And that's where the work starts, is just acknowledging that. And I think they feel ashamed for thinking those things. And I literally tell people, judge me. I don't care if you judge me or not. Don't show up to another meeting, but I'm just going to be extremely vulnerable and share. And you can think I'm the biggest asshole on the planet. That's fine. My goal is to not have you, think I'm this great person or I was this great person, whatever the case. I'm just trying to help people. And with women, I have women all the time, and they're in the same situation too. They're taking care of families, or they have this career, they have this job, and they just want some support from their spouse, and their spouse doesn't understand them. And a lot of the girls in our program, women in our program, have resonated with that too. So how do you come home with a little more appreciation and less? Well, first off, reducing the number of choices you have to make. And I was working in a job that my heart wasn't into it. So when you're doing something that your heart's not into, everything gets worse, right? It's just something that doesn't help the situation. So beyond that, what I suggest people do is just take a few minutes before they go into the house and just settle themselves. Whether there's science behind 6 deep breaths, you can take 6 deep breaths, or this breath called box breathing, something to calm yourself and visualize yourself being patient, kind, with the understanding that whoever's on the other end of that garage door, they've gone through something today that maybe I'm not aware of, or that I want to appreciate them appreciating me. And I think that's the biggest thing, and I can tell you stories about my members who have literally said that. And they'll also say, hey, listen, I come home and my kids hear the garage door and they run to their rooms because they don't know how dad's going to behave. And that's been a big thing, and that's coming in with joyful, playfully coming in the room or coming in the house is a big deal. And the kids are like, oh, dad's in a good mood today. And if you do that enough times, the kids are no longer going to scatter to their rooms. They're going to scatter to come welcome you because they know you're going to come with joy and happiness in your heart versus how is dad going to show up. And I can't imagine how stressful it is for kids too, and the programming they're getting to, oh, mom's still sticking around and dad's not showing up with his best behavior. And so it's just a vicious cycle, and I can't tell you how many people have showed up, and just me sharing my story and then other people having the courage because of the space that we create to be vulnerable. People share other stories, and then literally the room just feels, you can just feel the stress level, and you could feel the, okay, I'm not alone. And then the next step is, how do you show up different? And that's where we get to. And that's when I encourage you at that time, if you resonate with the story, just to pick up the phone or connect with me on the button below and schedule a call. And we can just have an open and honest discussion that will go nowhere between you and I, and see if maybe attending one of the Clarity Council workshops is a fit for you.